Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Fairway Wood bracket. Still in the first round, we have a little bit of a battle of the underdogs per se. Somewhat. Middle of the pack, I think, in terms of the seedings, we'd probably say with these two.
I think G410LST is a top performing wood, but maybe just isn't the most popular because it's address-wise not the most traditional looking.
Yep.
But when we did test it, it was good.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
And
obviously a huge upgrade from the 400,
yes,
which we talked about many times. And then this is still a bit of a wild card because we know you hit it well when we first got them in, the little exotics EXS, but how it stacks up against the ping and with your shaft in it, it'll be. I'm curious to see.
I'm curious too. I mean, it was good, but you're right. It was relative to nothing. We just did it, and we thought, the numbers were good, but stock shaft and just as it was, there might be more in it.
I think so. And that night you were kind of being pretty. When we tested, you were being pretty speedy. That night.
We're hitting it hard. Yeah.
You were going just seeing how far we could get it, and there was a couple who were sniffing the 170s on the ball speeds. It was a couple right.
It's
right
hot. Like the face is very jumpy.
Yeah.
Very jumpy.
Okay, let's get you opening up with a few with the ping here, Matty boy. A pretty good one.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Good looking flight there, Matty.
It's nice, yeah. Straight.
That little stock 260 in the air out to 280 is what we've kind of come to learn is a good benchmark for you.
Agree, yep.
Sounded a little better.
Yes. Very similar result, but felt a little cleaner. These are all good.
Okay.
Nice. That's a really good one.
A little swoopy, but we would take it, wouldn't we?
So it's a little more upright for sure. So I do feel that I'm starting a bit more left, but I don't think it's a huge detraction.
So all to play for, really.
Close enough so far, no?
Pretty darn close.
Yep.
Couple little subtle differences between them I'm seeing. Looks a little easier to launch the EXS. Now, we have chose to test the LST. I think that might be the difference maker right now. Just a little bit.
In launch angle, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, half a degree of loft and CG placement and stuff like that. So, the subtle nuances of why you would pick that LST is probably showing up right now.
And controls the spin a bit better. I think it's doing better on the spin rate than the EXS's, but you're right, the launch it's tough to separate those two so far.
Okay, so, but like I said,
it's close.
Going into off the tee shots, it really could go either way. There's not an awful lot in it.
That's good.
And probably the perfect example of what happens when you get into the off the tee stuff. So launch and spin, flip around a little bit. that carry distance, so the 3-wood turns into almost like a little mini driver.
Yeah, you get an extra 10 yards in the air too.
That's it.
It's definitely a really nice flight off the tee.
Come on back.
Yeah, it's good. Prefer it off. I don't think it's the greatest off the deck, but it feels good off the tee.
Alrighty, so I think the ping just maybe stuck its nose out in front there.
That was a really good set.
Those were pretty much ideal, what you would hope a fairway would do.
Yes.
The launch came up, the spin came down, the speed. When you hit good ones, like there was 2 of them were really good. The speed jumped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But it wins the sound and feel subjective competition. That's not part of the criteria. It's nice. Also good. It's good.
It's good for the off the tee one, eh?
That's really good for off the tee, yeah.
Okay, so pretty good set with both. Yeah. I think if nothing else, doing this bracket shows us and shows you guys how close really all these products are, and really what can establishes the right one for the individual is probably the fit more than anything else.
Definitely, yeah.
When you kind of where we shook that out there, we were both a little bit surprised that the exotics was just sneaking ahead in most of the categories. So let's say if we run through that, average peak height, Tour Edge was 108, LST was 104. So
very close.
Both good. Yeah. Looking for 110 is our number.
Yep.
Proximity to the target. The G410 just snuck out the exotics on that because it was a little bit longer, Matty.
Yeah, 4 yards. Yep.
Had a little extra gear in it off the tee where it would drop the spin. If we see that spin number was a little bit lower when the launch was the same.
I think if somebody wants a 3-wood where the yardage will be kind of the same tee or fairway, that seems like what that one did.
Yeah,
it sort of launched and spun similar.
It really was similar, wasn't it, both ways?
Which is rare, and I'm not sure, for some people that's going to be good, for others maybe not so much, but it was interesting to note.
Well, we were looking for a club that flies about 260, goes out 280 off the deck, and then one that goes about 275 and out to just about 3-ish off the tee. And the ping definitely achieved that a little bit easier. Because the spin rate did drop down, the launch came up a little bit. You launched the ping a little lower off the deck, but when we mesh the off the tee and off the ground results, it comes out to the same launch. So 1-1. Ball speed, next category, obviously a little half a mile an hour in it for the Tour Edge. Again, very close, but it was just a little bit more consistent.
I think if we did it again, who knows, it might flip the other way. Like that could have gone either way.
Half a mile an hour, you're absolutely right. The thing with the standard deviation though in the Tour Edge tells us though that it was there pretty much all the time.
It was, yeah.
There wasn't much drop off. So 2-1, launch and spin. We're probably going to sneak that one into. It was hard to see. You've really got your pick of what you like.
Yeah.
At that point, do you like it to be the same, like you said, or do you want it to be a little higher spin off the deck and a little lower spin off the tee?
Definitely.
I think by how we described what we want to do off the deck and how we want it to do off the tee, probably the ping wins that one.
I agree with that. Right. Yeah. I think it performed the way someone would look for a 3-wood to perform off the tee. The ping did a better job of that.
It did.
Yeah.
So 2-2, and then obviously standard deviation. It's a bit of a clean sweep across the board on standard deviation for Tour Edge. So it just wins out 3-2, but
crazy.
Really, really close.
That's tight, yeah. Yep,
really, really close to those two.
Yep.
Yeah, two good performers.
Definitely.
I think maybe a tough break for Ping. I think
a bit of a tough
on another
break.
Day.
Yeah, it could have won.
Those numbers could have another day, another test. Those numbers could have quite easily reversed themselves, or just been a little different.
If I was picking one, I would probably still pick the Ping for myself, because I did fight a little bit of right with this.
It's very true.
And when I say that, I had to offset, the start line a little bit more, and then when you go back to Ping, it stayed more down the left. But that's very subjective. Someone else might find the complete opposite.
Well, there's your kind of proof of that. So
a little more in
the dynamic lie angle was more up the path. You did push it more left in order to try to get that start line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, was interesting.
I mean, it's definitely closer than I expected. That's for sure.
Yeah, there was next to nothing in it. It came down to the devilish detail, Matty
right.
White.
That's right. Okay. Well, onwards for the exotics. I think people will be happy to see a little underdog.
A win for the underdog, I would say, in that one.
Definitely.
The budget underdog.
It's a good deal, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we've got two more in our Elite 8. We've got the Mizuno versus the PXG. We have the Maverick Sub-Zero versus the Speed Zone. Mm-hmm. And then we'll be into our Final 4.
Be getting down to it already.
Up.
Love it.
Okay. Guys, let us know who your winner is at this point. I think leader in the clubhouse is probably looking, I think favourite right now, Maverick Sub-Zero looks good.
Or
Sim looks good.
Yeah.
Both of those look really good. So we'll be interested to see if we can sneak a little upset in there.
There's a couple on the left side of the bracket that have some potential, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah,
we'll
a couple of interesting matches to come.
Yeah.
I think Mizuno PXG is the real wild card.
It's going to be a bit of a wild card. I haven't even hit the PXG.
Bit like this one. This one.
Could go either way.
You couldn't really call who's going to win that one.
Yep.
I think a lot of people will be curious if Mizuno's Fairway wood is as good as the driver is, which we know is great.
That's true.
And how is the PXG Fairway wood, because it's a bit of an unknown quantity. It's not one we've tested an awful lot.
I think most people haven't tested it, so
no.
Be interested. Okay.
Okay. Guys, stay tuned for that. Let us know who your favourite is at this point, who you're sticking your hard-earned cash on to take home the crown of the Fairway Wood Bracket Challenge. If you're not already subscribing, please do so. We're on the road to 100K right now. We this morning announced some details about our big giveaway. Stay tuned on our Instagram for that. There are lots more details coming this week on how you can win the
the ultimate prize.
Best ever prize.
Best ever prize, yeah.
Best ever prize, certainly that we've ever done, but I don't know if I've seen one better anywhere online. So stay tuned for that, guys, and we'll see you again soon.